Hi everyone. Okay, I'm continuing here about the weather manipulation experiments that are a bit scary, and I think we are all very naive not to realize that this has been happening since when, I don't know, 40s, 30s, 40s, 50s definitely. And I don't really think there are ETs and aliens, but I do think that the governments in the world and the ones that share information have a massive, immense system set up in the sky. And a lot of you know about this document here. This is in the public domain. It's called Weather as a Force Multiplier, Owning the Weather in 2025. And it was published in 1996. A research paper presented to the Air Force in 2025 that's the title, 2025, and the date is August 1996. These are the people here who are involved in it, and even though they say this is just a projection, it's the plans and how they would utilize all of the technology that came into existence and what they intended to achieve. And if you look at this document, you will see their intentions. So have they accomplished them? And some of the diagrams and graphs that they use in this, they get from, of all places, Microsoft. And this is about the grid in the ionosphere. So, they talk about mirrors, setting up mirrors in the sky, and all the things that they want to do. So I just want to show you this because you can find it for yourself on the internet, but look at the these topics here in the table of contents. Why would we want to mess with the weather? What do we mean by weather modification? System description: the global weather network applying weather modification to military operations. Okay, do you think that they will let us know? No, they cannot. It's just like Poland just admitted that they had allowed a secret CIA torture camp in their country, which they denied for years. But now they admit it after the fact. So you can bet that the public is being lied to about a lot of things because they don't need to know. All right? This is just how they think. We don't need to know. We just carry on with our lives. They do their experiments. Whether or not a few of us are collateral damage or not, it doesn't matter to them. So, concept of operations: precipitation, fog, storms, exploitation of near space for space control, opportunities afforded by space weather modification, communications dominance via ionospheric modification. Imagine this, ionospheric modification. They're modifying the ionosphere. And we know all of those machines like HARP that are contributing to this, that they're using. Okay, look at this, artificial weather. Artificial, what does that mean? Could that mean droughts? Could that mean storms? So I know a lot of people already know about this, but some people who happen to land on this channel, I want all of you to know that you've got to look up in the sky and understand that that is not a natural sky anymore with chemtrails. And the amazing thing is, when I started to notice chemtrails, I had lifelong dear friends who they scoffed at me, like, what's wrong with you? And it did create a division. Like, I felt like I had to censor myself when I'm around certain people. And also another person who is a big-time environmentalist in Switzerland laughed and told me to get on with my life, take care of my family, do these things. Like, why bother when we can't prove anything that's in the sky, but this is so wrong. You know, it just creates this weird division, like you feel like you have to censor yourself around certain people. I don't understand that. Anyway, investigation recommendations. Okay, they want to get to a certain place. Look at this. Communicate. All right, wait. I left off something here. Okay. Oh, applying weather modification for military operations. Isn't that scary? Well, they're doing that to the ocean also. They don't mind if they kill off, you know, 5 million sea creatures in order to test underground radar or undersea radar and stuff like that. They just do it. Artificial weather, artificial weather. That means, it does mean drought. Look at California. Okay, I mentioned before about Holodomor and how there was an artificial famine created for purposes that they wanted to have happen for control of the people. And do you think they cared if people died or they had any compassion or mercy? No. This is how scary it is. And that was hell to those people living over there at that time. Investigation, okay, conclusions. Why is the ionosphere important? So I'm not going to really go to each of these places, but you have to look into it for yourself if you feel like not watching TV or being entertained and you want to go here and check up. But believe me, it's a lonely path. Even the spiritual path to God and being alone with God and trusting Him, believing Him is a lonely path. You will be alone, but the thing is you'll never be alone. Okay, acronyms and definitions, bibliography. So everything is right here. Remember, it's declassified, so it doesn't matter if we know. They let this out to the public. Global Weather Network, the military system for weather modification operations, crossed beam approach for generating an artificial ionospheric mirror. Okay, remember, these are just ideas and concepts that they thought about implementing to own the weather in 2025, 1996. Okay, we're almost 20 years ahead now. Do you think that they have accomplished anything by this time? Do you think chemtrails fit into this? Well, they're trying to create ionospheric mirrors. Artificial ionospheric mirrors, point-to-point communications, artificial ionospheric mirror over the horizon, surveillance concept. Oh my gosh, what are they talking about? But if we read that chapter, or that page, page 25, I'm sure we'll find out a lot. Scenarios for telecommunications degradation, a core competency roadmap to weather modification in 2025. Remember, it's called owning the weather. Owning. A systems development roadmap to weather modification 2025. Well, the Bible says, own the truth and sell it not. And wisdom and favor is worth more than gold. Operational capabilities matrix. Okay, I want to show you some of these diagrams down here. And probably if I skip anything, it is worth looking at also. Look at this. Space weather. Disrupt communications radar. Disable, destroy space assets. Improve communication reliability, intercept enemy transmissions, revitalize space assets, increase concealment, fog and cloud generation, deny concealment, increase vulnerability. And, you know, I've just also, I'll make a video about it, but I've just also looked at plans by Peter Diamandis to claim, capture, harness asteroids for their platinum group metals so they can become trillionaires. Okay, let me go speed this up just a little bit. Okay, here's the scenario. Definitely they want to own the weather. I hope everyone gets that into their beautiful minds, because look, in 2025, uninhabited aerospace vehicles are routinely used for weather modification operations. I think they're there now. They're spraying. Okay, uninhabited. Okay, you know when we don't see planes and they're doing the chemtrail thing. They could be um, cloaked UAVs. Okay, well, you can see there's a lot of stuff right here. Cross-referencing desired attack times with wind and thunderstorm forecasts and the spot satellite's projected orbit. Networked sensor array. Okay, Peter Diamandis says they're going to have Hive spacecraft. And as I mentioned in the previous video, the Hive spacecraft is about the size of a microwave. Required capability. Alright, so just want to show you some. Okay, here we go. See this? Clip art gallery, copyright 1995 with courtesy from Microsoft. So this is in conjunction with Microsoft, or what? The global weather network that they want to control. There's satellites that can beam lasers, microwaves. They can create mirrors, which they have done. Applying weather modification to military operations. So remember, this is the declassified thing, and they Microsoft clip art gallery, weather force support element. Okay, so you can, it's all about precipitation, rainfall, storms, fog, drought. Do you think they care about the masses? Normal ionospheric reflecting layers. We have this already. That's why the plasma sky is like shimmering and reflecting, and there's all these rainbows up there. Again, this is from Microsoft. Scary. Artificial ionospheric mirrors. Well, I know a lot of people have talked about the owning the weather in 2025, but I don't know if people have really looked at the document. Okay, it's 52 pages long, and here we are at page 33. Scary. And you know, the Bible does say that God will destroy those who destroy the earth. Man-made fog. Okay, so you have to have the right kind of discipline and mind to want to go and check this out. So here, here is 2025. Here how it's going to go. Application to WX weather modification, I guess. Conclusions. More. Okay, now another thing that I want to. Okay, and here is the bibliography that is all based on 1966 weather modification in Southeast Asia. Of course, we know they did that. And so some horrific things happened, which they denied to this day. But okay, one more thing I want to show you is this. And then I go, Project A119, a study of lunar research flights where they wanted to detonate a nuclear bomb on the moon. And when they did bomb the moon recently, I remember mentioning it, and I thought it was just common knowledge. And again, I was laughed at and mocked. Oh my gosh, she thinks that they're going to bomb the moon. And it was just, you know, horrible. So here is Air Force Special Weapons Center. Okay, declassified things. So bombing, nuking the moon to figure out what it's made of and stuff like that. They're doing things like this. So don't let your guard down. God bless you. And pray for the truth, because we need to know. It will help you in your belief and faith in Jesus Christ. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.